Good morning, I am Rachel, and today is my first attempt at doing a video blog, and I'm a little bit nervous because, well, number one, I don't like to look at myself on camera at all, ever, for any reason, and for number two, I don't really know what I'm going to be talking about. I kind of am envisioning this blog as being a daily journal. I attempted to write blog daily journal, but as an artist, the visual comes far more easy for me, and just talking is easier for me. I find that when I sit in front of a keyboard and I'm typing, that I get all discombobulated with the visuals on the screen instead of, I mean, not that I'm a terrible writer, I can write pretty well, it's just I don't enjoy it. I like to paint, and I like to talk, and I like to be a ham. So, I have my morning coffee, the painting I'm currently working on, and you joining me. I don't know who you are at this point. You're probably no one, but maybe you'll grow into someone. Anyway, this is the painting that I'm working on now. Let's see if I can get this to where you can see it. And this is the painting. This is part of the Motherhood and Sacred Feminine series. And what this particular piece means to me is when I became a mother, I was all over the place. You lose all sense of control, especially the first time. You don't know what to expect. You don't know what your kid is going to be doing. You don't know what you're going to be doing. You don't know how your life fits in with all of it. And I was starting to feel a little crazy, a little stretched in a bunch of different areas, trying to be a mom, trying to be me, trying to be an artist, trying to be all these things that somehow it took a while to figure out how to mesh them all. Don't worry, I still don't have it figured out. Does anybody? But so this is the piece that I'm working on right now, and I kind of was going to guide you through the process. Please pardon the slurping, it is so delicious. Let me move this back and grab for you. Okay, so this is how it started. It's a simple sketch in my drawing, my sketchbook. Next time I'll be better prepared. Say that. We'll see how that works too. Let's see. I start out with a very rough sketch of what I'm trying to accomplish. This rough sketch you can see right here. Very rough, just a general idea what I want it to look like. So then I go back in with tissue paper. And I overlay tissue paper over the original drawing. And redraw and rework the areas that I do not like. That's a little bit, that's a little more, a little closer to what we have now. And then the final, I somehow can't figure out how to work. This is stupid. Really, Rachel? Really? How the hell does that work? Stupid. I don't, oh, I think it must have gotten tape. It wasn't supposed to be tape. There we go. Every day. Okay, alright. There is the final drawing, which is really cool in black and white, and I really think that I would love to do it in black and white, and to put on a t-shirt or something. I'd totally wear it. Would you wear it? I'd wear it. But, so that is the initial drawing, and then what happens from there is I scan this into the computer. Yes, I use a computer a lot. I use it for graphic design work, and I use it for getting a painting I use it as a tool to getting a painting ready to be painted, basically, to get an image ready, to perfect it. I mean, why not? It's a tool that's available. I guess I could be a purist and be like, I'm only going to draw everything by hand. But, you know, then my paintings would be like $5,000 and you couldn't afford it and I couldn't afford it and it would just be silly. So we skip a little corners. We round some corners and we make it easier so that it's much more fun. Then, from there, again, pulling off the wall. I have to show you my wall. My wall. Zzz. I feed my baby in here at night. I feed him dinner, and he's a little distracted by all the walls. So then when I scan it into the computer, I do mock-ups. I do color mock-ups, basically color comps. And what I do is I paint. I have a Wacom tablet. It's a tablet that has a stylus or pen with it, and it connects to Photoshop, and you can paint using brushes. You can draw, and it comes on the screen. It's like a mouse, but with a lot more control. And it's not one of the super fancy ones. It's a big one. It's a little older now, a couple years older, and it would really be cool if I could draw directly on the screen. I would be okay with that. But, you know, when I'm doing the drawing part, I really, I like to do it by hand. I think there's a natural transfer of energy from me to the canvas or the paper or whatever I'm working on, and I don't want to make it too digital or too perfect. I have a tendency to try to be really perfect, but I try very hard to avoid that because it's boring. A machine can make perfect. I'm not a machine. I'm a person. So I want my things to be, I don't know, I want them to have life. I want to have energy. I want them to have imperfections even. Oh God, did I say that? It's true. It's true. I think I want to. I have imperfections. Why can't my art? Anyway. So, color comp number 1, it has been dropped with paint on it and colored in water stains and everything. But this is color comp number 1. This is what I was thinking I wanted the artwork to look like at first, color-wise. With the cool side and this warm face, and then the cool side to show that they're different faces, and show that it's different feelings. But then I kind of felt like maybe doing it that way was too drastic, showing that almost they're two different people, which I wanted them to be different people. But then, to tell you quite frankly, the color scheme just was boring to me. So I did it again. And this time, it's got more of an Art Nouveau feel, I think. And I love the purples and the greens, and they're very feminine, and they're very, both faces are connected more and more of the same person, and it's not quite as dramatic and scary feeling as the other one. It's a little lighter and airier, and maybe the color choice has something to do with the time period now that I'm in. I don't know if you have children. If you don't, your first one is quite a doozy. It is a total kink in your social arrangements. But it's totally worth it. But the problem is that at first I was feeling way more emotional about it, way more devastated. You know, like there's a side of me that's dying and a side of me that's living. And I guess that's why the one had the cool and the dark and the warm areas, because it was that extreme for me at that point. So, but when I like to draw a series out first and then paint them, just so that the drawings are kind of cohesive along the same path. This series I don't have all the drawings completed, but this series has been very interesting in that it is changing. And when I first started, I started with just mother and child, the same thing that you've seen centuries, mother and child. And then it morphed into more, I don't know, more psychological, more symbolism behind it than just a mother and a baby. The first one was a mother and child, and then the second one was a mother and child, and the mother who initially in the color comp had brown hair, metamorphosized herself in the final painting to have silver hair, and it had more of an earthy, like general feel, and so she became Gaia. She became Mother Earth. She became symbolic of all of the mothers out there, and that was pretty interesting. And now this one is transferring into even more symbolism. There's the swirl, like you're in your own bubble. You know, the outside world is it's really removed. It's really out there. And then you have the two faces, the one that's facing forward and the one that's facing sideways. And those are almost two different aspects of your life. You kind of feel like two different people at times. But for me, I don't feel as separate. Those sides don't feel as separated as they did when the baby was younger. Now that he's crawling around and trying to talk, he's just wearing me out. It's not as traumatic in my brain. I also don't have the secret sadness. That's what they call the postpartum secret sadness. I did have secret sadness, but it wasn't a secret. But I'm not. It's changed for me. So the color scheme has changed. Symbolism has changed. Both of the people, the sides that are in me, or the I don't know, the different facets of my life are more integrated and more working together now. I mean, I've kind of figured it out. So I guess the color scheme changed because my view on life changed. This is what I'm assuming. This one still needs some work. I've added in a lot of the dark values. And I finished the line work, and now I'll go in and I started here in these areas, these greenish areas, to try to push back this feeling so that you get the same feeling that you get from the blue area. You feel like it's moving and concave, sort of. So I'm going to work that in with the values of the colors, and need to lighten some of this up, and lighten some of this up. And I like to take it after I've done some work on it and put it on the wall and look at it from a distance. I am not a painter that stands back a lot and looks at their artwork. I know they say that you're supposed to, but I get so caught up with the details, I have a really hard time doing that, but I squint a lot, like this. Sometimes gives me a headache. But I do it kind of to blur things. It's kind of the same idea, you know, as stepping back. Maybe I should just step back. But I cannot stand to paint with long-handled brushes. I just can't stand it. I don't feel like I have enough control. Control is definitely an issue in my life. So that's the skinny. That's what's going on. Wow. It's a lot easier than typing. I hope it's more fun to watch. It's probably not. It might be. I'll be positive. So let me know if you like it. Let me know what you'd like to hear about. And, oh, let me give you a tour around the studio real quick before we let you go. This was the drawing and color comp for the first in the Motherhood series. As you can see, I have my big drawing. That's the drawing that was transferred onto the canvas vinyl. Still ended up doing some changes. That's the big drawing from the transfer to the canvas we're currently working on. That's also a very nice lamp. And then that guy over there above the drafting table covered in paint is the second in the Motherhood series, the one that turned into Gaia. That's really about all I have on my walls right now. However, if you'd like to see a little funny painting that I have not finished, but that is pretty cute. I had a bit of a whiny baby at first. He cried until I got him to take naps. And so this was one of the resulting drawings. It's a painting that never got finished. It's teeny tiny. I don't even know, but it was fun. It was necessary to come out. We'll just say that. Alright, that's about it for today. I hope to see you around these parts again sometime soon. Peace out.